What's that last line? Oh, he's gay. Oh, yeah, see, straight guys don't say that. There's nothing wrong with being gay in any way, but he definitely is.
Blake lively reacts to a shocking twist in Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's relationship.
An impassioned kiss?
And it's all tied to a major fallout after Marvel kicked them out. But what's really going on here? Could it be more than just a bromance? Stick around as we unravel the truth behind this Hollywood web of secrets.
He's also very charismatic. Like a gay guy.
Is Blake Lively a beard? Like, is she there just to produce kids and to give him that family image?
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have long been known for their playful public dynamic. But what if it's more than just a friendly back and forth?
Like trying to normalize all of these gay jokes, but nobody's actually asking him to do that.
For years, their bromance has been a staple of social media content.
Was in fact a part of the bullying that happened to Justin Baldoni.
Interviews and fan discussions, the witty jabs and inside jokes have been fun to watch. But could there be a hidden layer to their relationship that's more complex than anyone realizes?
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, will be deposed, and I suspect that might be making Ryan Reynolds extremely nervous, and I'll tell you why.
Their banter started innocently enough, but over time, it grew more intense. From constant social media posts to interviews where they've referred to each other as brothers, the lines between friendship and something deeper have blurred.
Was in fact a part of the bullying that happened to Justin Baldoni.
The more they interacted, the more it became clear that there was something about their chemistry that went beyond just two guys hanging out. One of the moments that raised eyebrows was the impassioned kiss between them during a promotional event. Was this just another joke?
His best friend's wife, and the guy trying to replace Ryan as a husband, and me as his best mate. Holy shit. What the hell are you doing messing with my best buddy's wife?
Or was there something more to it? The kiss was playful, yes, but was it a subtle hint at an unspoken bond that they've both been trying to keep under wraps? In the world of Hollywood, where relationships and personal lives are often magnified and scrutinized, it's hard not to read between the lines.
Is being awarded for his contributions with a deposition.
It's important to acknowledge that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have both openly dismissed any rumors of a romantic relationship between them, with each of them laughing it off and reinforcing their status as best friends.
Team wants to get the full scope of Reynolds' conduct during the time that It Ends With Us was being filmed.
But that doesn't mean the public's obsession with their bond hasn't taken on a life of its own. Over the years, Reynolds has made several comments that, when taken out of context, could make you question just how close they really are. For instance, Reynolds has said things like, "I'm genuinely rooting for you. We rely on each other for advice, and I always feel like I can count on you."
Ryan Reynolds' bromances, his various bromances over the years. We've talked about him and Jake Gyllenhaal, and obviously this has been a bromance that has been very much thrown in the public's face.
Now, these are nice sentiments when coming from a best friend, but when you say them about someone in Hollywood, especially someone of Jackman's stature, they start to feel a little different.
Ryan's kind of perpetually highly publicizing his bromances is something that I find to be quite strange, right? Mostly because he's a 48-year-old man, Ryan Reynolds. He has 4 kids, and he seems to dedicate a lot of time and resources.
Could these statements be a subtle admission of something deeper than a bromance? It's hard to say, but they certainly fuel the speculation. For Reynolds, the depth of his relationship with Hugh Jackman might be rooted in a need for connection that goes beyond what we typically see.
Why does he gush about his love for Hugh Jackman more than he does his own wife?
In male friendships, their closeness, the frequent public displays of affection, and the way they continuously make jokes about their relationship all hint at something more complicated. Could Ryan Reynolds be trying to normalize a relationship that defies the traditional?
financial resources to trying to convince the public that these bromances are perfectly normal. And we're not really asking for that convincing. Like, I don't need people to convince me that guys can hang out with one another, but he feels like he has to make that effort. So he's like, nothing's weird here, nothing's weird. Bromances are so normal.
Hollywood script of what's acceptable for a man and his best friend. As time goes on, their bond seems to have evolved into something far more intense. The frequency of their interactions, whether in person or on social media, only adds fuel to the fire.
There's no female equivalent to the term bromance. The female equivalent is friends. And so the fact that we need a term to describe two men going out to dinner, I think, is very revealing about what men are allowed or are not allowed to do.
Ryan's affection for Hugh has often been framed as part of the ongoing joke. But at what point does a joke stop being funny and start becoming real? The answer may lie in the deeper connection they share, one that fans are beginning to notice, but few are willing to talk about.
How much self-policing there is when it comes to their relationships with other men. So bromance is almost this permission for men to connect and to show love to each other.
Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, has always been seen as the epitome of the perfect Hollywood wife. From red carpet events to social media posts showing her happily spending time with their children, Blake has crafted an image of someone who is the ideal partner. However, when you dig a little deeper, it becomes clear that her role might not be as straightforward as it seems.
Weird thing for them to be trying to constantly tell us, and he's always playing this role of kind of making a lot of gay jokes and like trying to normalize all of these gay jokes, but nobody's actually asking him to do that. Not the gay community. No judgment from me, but Hugh Jackman has been plagued with rumors of homosexuality throughout his entire career. It has been speculated.
The rumors surrounding Blake and Ryan's marriage have been persistent for years, but it wasn't until recently that people started to ask, is Blake just a cover for Ryan's true feelings? This idea of a beard, someone who helps maintain the illusion of a straight relationship while hiding the truth about their partner's sexuality, has gained traction.
There's nothing wrong with being gay in any way, but he definitely is. Oh, he is. This is from 2017. That's funny. That's funny to steal Ryan Gosling's little moment there. I'm willing to commit to a bit. An impassioned kiss?
Could Blake Lively be playing that role for Ryan? While this theory is certainly controversial, it's hard to ignore the way Blake's role in the marriage has been framed. Despite their picture-perfect public life, Blake has faced her own set of rumors and speculations. In particular, her emotional connection to Justin Baldoni has been heavily discussed.
Is this what 47 and 55-year-old men, do you feel as though, even with friends you do business with, that your friendship is like a marriage?
The idea of an emotional affair raises serious questions about the state of her marriage to Ryan. While the details of their relationship are still unclear, the growing number of whispers about Blake's closeness to Baldoni suggests that something more might be happening behind closed doors.
Gay men they have a light in their eyes that straight men don't have. We don't.
What's fascinating about Blake's involvement in this saga is how it fits into the larger narrative. Ryan's relationship with Hugh Jackman, the lawsuit with Justin Baldoni, and now Blake's emotional connection to Baldoni all seem to point to one thing. Blake's role in the marriage has always been to keep up appearances. Could it be that?
Look at his dead eyes. Straight. Gay. So that's all that's happening. He's a closeted gay man, and that's just, when you deny yourself that truth, you're just gonna do weird, crazy shit. And everyone around you is gonna have a hard time because you're like trying to fit this square piece in a circle.
She's been more of a prop in a carefully constructed narrative about the perfect Hollywood family, one that hides deeper, more complicated truths. The fact that Blake has had to maintain this image for so long is telling in itself. It's not just about Hollywood expectations, there's a sense of pressure that comes with being married to someone as high profile as Ryan Reynolds.
He's saying is what I was trying to introduce in a more polite way by taking you guys through these like lavender marriages that actually happen in Hollywood. I know they happen for a fact, and there's just something here, this underlying anger that doesn't make sense.
As we learn more about the cracks in their marriage, it becomes clear that Blake's role may not be as simple as we once thought. Blake's emotional affair with Baldoni could be the key to understanding why things have started to unravel. If these rumors are true, it's clear that Blake's emotional involvement with another man might be the breaking point for a marriage that's already facing intense public scrutiny. If Ryan's bond with Hugh Jackman is more than just a friendship, then Blake's emotional connection to Baldoni could very well be the catalyst that's causing everything to fall apart.
Looks at the circumstance, reads the messages, and is like, okay, I know what's going on here. And now, but instead we've got to go through this court case, and it's got to be like $400 million, and it's all crazy, all because Ryan is not happy with who he is on the inside.
Let's talk about Marvel, because the situation with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman takes a dramatic turn when Marvel comes into play. Reynolds, who's known for his iconic role as Deadpool, has suddenly found himself on the outs with the very franchise he's been a part of for years. So, what happened? There's been a lot of buzz that Marvel kicked Ryan out of a major project, one he had been dreaming of. Could the fallout from his personal life, especially his relationship with Hugh Jackman, have anything to do with it?
I don't think he's jealous. I think he's possessive because she's his property.
It's no secret that Hollywood is all about the image, and as the drama surrounding Ryan's bromance with Jackman grows, it seems like Marvel might have made a decision to distance themselves from all the chaos. For someone who's spent years building up Deadpool, this sudden shift could have serious consequences for Ryan's career. If Marvel really did pull the plug because of the personal drama, it might be the end of an era for Reynolds in the superhero world.
Another fake Me Too. I knew she was Amber Heard 2.0. I said it from day one since I heard about this case. So do not take this as I think, oh, you know, she's some poor victim and men are bad and Ryan Reynolds is bad. No, we're talking about this particular case, this particular situation.
He's always been tied to the character, and it's tough to imagine the Deadpool franchise without him. But with this new wave of speculation, it's hard to say where Ryan's career will go next. With everything happening right now, we have to ask, what's next for Ryan Reynolds? Will he be able to bounce back from the drama, or is this the beginning of the end for his time in the superhero universe? The fallout from Marvel's decision could be huge, and it's something fans are watching closely. Now, things get even more complicated when we talk about the lawsuit involving Justin Baldoni. This isn't just a legal battle, this is a Hollywood drama that's spiraling into something far bigger. And what makes this even more shocking? Hugh Jackman, Ryan's best friend, is right in the middle of it all. You might be thinking, how is Jackman involved in all of this? Well, as it turns out, his ties to Ryan Reynolds have made him a key figure in this case. The allegations that Ryan used his Hollywood clout to damage Baldoni's career.
This what 47 and 55-year-old men, do you feel as though, even with friends you do business with, that your friendship is like a marriage?
And since Jackman is so closely linked to Reynolds, he's now being pulled into the mess. Jackman, the beloved Wolverine, is now facing serious legal heat, and the fallout could be huge for his career too. This isn't just about some petty feud, it's turning into a full-blown Hollywood catastrophe. Jackman had hoped to continue working on projects like the new X-Men or Deadpool movies, but now, with all this drama swirling, there's talk that he could be on the outs too. Imagine the impact if the lawsuit really starts to unravel for Jackman. Will he find himself distanced from major Hollywood projects, or can he save face and keep his career intact?
Reynolds told Jackman during their interview, "I am genuinely rooting for you all the time. I want you to win. It's the same way I feel about Blake. As I'm rooting for her, I know she's rooting for me, and that's why we're so connected."
This legal mess is affecting everyone involved. And it's looking like it could cost more than just reputations, it could cost careers. Hollywood has always been a game of image and perception. And if you've learned anything from Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, it's that they've both mastered the art of media manipulation. From social media posts to cleverly worded interviews, these two know how to control how the public sees them. But now, as the rumors start to intensify and the lawsuits unfold, the question is, how much of this is actually true, and how much is just carefully crafted PR? Ryan Reynolds, in particular, is known for keeping his public persona spotless. He's the charming, funny, down-to-earth guy everyone loves. But, as we've seen in the past few months, there's a darker side starting to emerge. His relationship with Hugh, and the jokes that come with it, might have been cute at first, but now it's starting to look a little more complicated.
That's what men do? That's what y'all do? Okay.
It's almost like Ryan has been using his bromance with Hugh Jackman to control the narrative and distract from the deeper issues in his personal life. It's no surprise.
Recently divorced his wife of 27 years. Her name is Deborah Lee Furness. 27 years is a very long time to be married. They announced their separation to the public in September of 2023.
Then, that his PR team has been working overtime, trying to shift the conversation and keep Ryan's image intact. But with the lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, the rumors about Blake, and the constant media scrutiny, it's becoming harder and harder for Reynolds to keep a lid on it all. The cracks in his carefully curated public persona are starting to show, and the public is beginning to see a very different side of the nice guy we all thought we knew. Now, let's talk about something that's been hard to ignore as the events surrounding Ryan Reynolds unfold the darker side of his personality.
Plot that on a timeline for you. That was in the midst of the principal filming for Deadpool and Wolverine, which got abruptly paused in that September due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. The strike began in June, I believe, and in September, Hugh Jackman announces that he and his wife are separating.
For years, Ryan's been the charming, funny guy everyone loves, but behind the jokes and witty one-liners, there's a controlling and manipulative side that's beginning to surface. As the lawsuit with Justin Baldoni intensifies, Ryan's actions have started to speak louder than his words. His constant need to control the narrative, from his relationship with Blake to his friendship with Hugh Jackman, shows that he's not just trying to maintain his image, he's trying to control every aspect of his life and career. It's like everything he does is calculated, from his interactions with the media to his personal relationships. And here's the thing, this kind of behavior isn't new. If you look at Ryan's career, you'll notice that he's always been in control of his image. Whether it's using social media to shape how people see him or manipulating the press to cover up his personal dramas, Ryan's been playing the game for years. But now, as the personal drama with Blake and the lawsuit with Baldoni come to light, it's clear that the cracks in his facade are starting to show. This isn't just about protecting his public persona anymore. This is about maintaining power. Ryan's narcissism and control issues are becoming impossible to ignore, and they're starting to affect everything around him. It's one thing to be a charming actor, but when that charm is used to manipulate others and maintain dominance, that's a whole different story. Could this be the beginning of the end for Ryan's Hollywood career? Only time will tell.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content.